Hi, welcome to November's OwlCrate unboxing. I have the box right here. I unboxed October's last month, so if you want to check out that video, check out the other videos in the playlist below. But we're gonna get straight into November's box. So before we talk about November's box, I wanted to do a brief update on the two books that I received for October, both Cryer's War and I Hope You Get This Message. I read them both and they were interesting, I will say. I think I liked Cryer's War more than I liked I Hope You Get This Message. This is a book where it's a bunch of teens that find out that the Earth is going to be taken over by aliens and the world's gonna end in about a week. And so it's from multiple perspectives of these teens that basically what do they do in the last week of the Earth and what they choose to do. So every other chapter is from a different perspective of the character, and then they kind of converge together at the end to form kind of a bigger story. It was okay. I will say both of these books began very slowly. It took a while to kind of build up connections with the characters. This one had a much harder time finding a character that I actually really liked, or I wanted to know what was going to happen to them. I think there was a lot of information given, but not a lot of I just didn't connect with the characters as much, and I think that's why it took me a much longer time to finish reading this. And I gotta be honest, I skimmed through a lot of it too. Like the motivation for like why the Earth was moving was a little bit, why it was ending it was just a little too contrived, and it didn't really make sense to me as to why the characters made the choices that they did. So if you're interested in that, kind of what do you do if you have a week left on Earth, you can check this out. But for me, I just didn't connect with it as well. For Cryer's War, this, it was much more of a sci-fi fantasy world where there are people who are made using almost biometric AI components to create a new race of, I would say they're more like, so they've created a race of kind of like super humans, because and I say that mainly because they have internal structures of AI and robotics and cybernetics, but their culture and their philosophy is based on the human world and mankind and the human culture that they've kind of been created from. That confused me a little bit as to why they would want to keep a lot of the trappings of what it was like to be human, because they clearly think of themselves as better than humans. A lot of them do in this book, at least the way the hierarchy is set up, and the patriarchy is still very much a part of this world, which I was also very confused about, because I don't know if, like, why would gender matter in a world like this that was based on AI, like cyborgs basically, and not even, they have components in their hearts, in their minds when they're built, when they're made, that are two parts considered human traits and two traits considered AI traits. And so that, to me, I had to kind of suspend my disbelief in that, because the world just didn't make a lot of sense. Like if you were an AI that was superior and you had human form, but you could do everything beyond humans, like why create a society that's still based on such flawed human existence? Like I don't understand why they would live the same way they did. It felt very much like they were living in like 19th century Europe, and it just it confused me as to why they would even need like gendered, and in this case, like only two genders, right? Male or female, because they don't even procreate. It's not even like that. They can create their own offspring or their own family members by design, so it just seemed really odd. It took me a little bit to get into the character development of this book, but once I did, maybe halfway through the book, that's when it kind of kicked in for me, where I actually started really liking the two main characters, one who is maid and is AI, and the other who is human, who is kind of out to kill the AI's family, because they've basically killed off a lot of the humans and enslaved a lot of them. And there's this whole philosophical debate about whether getting rid of, purging humankind is the right thing to do or coexisting. And so there's this question that's put before the book, and it ends on a cliffhanger, so you know there's gonna be some kind of next book or trilogy or whatever they're setting it up for the next installment of the story, because you don't quite get an ending in this book. So I will say it took me a little bit to get into this. It wasn't as compelling for me as perhaps the Lunar Chronicles books series did. This took a lot more for me to get into the world, and I think it mainly it just, I think this is a debut novel from this author, and so it just took a lot, and I think it just needed a lot more editing, and it felt to me more like a draft of a book than the actual book. So, but if you're interested and you like, and particularly this is, again, in AI world, I don't know if gender actually means anything, but for the human character, she identifies as female, and so she develops feelings for this female presenting AI person. So it's complicated in that way, but their relationship doesn't really mean anything. It's not really based on anything significant until maybe towards the end. And even then, like, So I will say it'd be interesting to see how it develops in the next book, but as for a one-off reading, I would go with a Lunar Chronicles book series instead of this. So here is the new OwlCrate box for November. I just got it today, so I am opening it up. I got it, I wanted to see what was inside. So when you open the box, here's what you're gonna see. Looks like some stuff is covering the top of it. Let's see. I'm going to move this thing just to the side because I want to get to the card. The theme for November is going to be Through the Enchanted Forest. So that's a really cute illustration, but this is the spoiler card, so I don't want to read the back yet, so we'll wait for the end. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Here is the exclusive made for OwlCrate, created by Juniper and Ivy Designs. I think this might be, it feels flat, or maybe it's like a pin or something. I like the packaging, it's cute. Oh, how nice. I just put up my tree I know, I put up my tree really early this year, but I'm gonna be traveling after Thanksgiving, so I wanted to get it done. And I found a place that sold trees a little early this year since Thanksgiving is so late. So I just put up my tree. I'll make a video about my tree later this week, but this is gonna be perfect on the tree itself, which is really cool. So this is a little ornament. It looks like it's been laser cut into wood. It's just a really sweet design. That's really nice. Trees in your eyes, stars in your heart. So I don't know what this is from, so I will find out when I read the spoiler card later, but I'm gonna put that on my tree. That's really nice. Next thing is here, ooh, stickers. So these are some stickers from Pip Sticks for OwlCrate, and there's two sides to them. So you get 2 different stickers, which is really cool. 2 sticker sets. Here they are. They're just like little woodland creatures or forests and mushrooms. And on the other side is super cute. It's like book nerd and different, what are these? Oh, it's cute. There's a little OwlCrate box. There's eyeglasses. It's really sweet for stickers. So I guess if you want, you put this all over the place. Use the code STICKEROWL to get 25% off your next purchase. So if you want more stickers, you can, but that's cute. Nice. Okay, next thing, ooh, this is mysterious, just a plain brown envelope, but it's heavy and hard. I'm assuming, yeah, metallic bookmark. This is so nice. It says Her Paper World. That's super cool. Look at it's metallic and shiny. It's got a really nice heft to it, and it's got a purple ribbon. And it says, there was a song in this forest too, but it was a savage song, whispering of madness and tearing and rage. Naomi Novik. I don't know which book series this is from, but I'm assuming it's a really nice metallic bookmark. I will be using that. Or it might really be a nice gift too if you're kind of thinking of things to give for presents for people. I always try to think about, okay, I can't keep everything in these book boxes, but what can I possibly give away as a gift? And that would be really nice, especially for the holiday season. Next thing, ooh, their monthly pin. Let me take off the plastic. This is probably, the last pins had to do with the book that came in the box, and I'm assuming this is the same way. So, okay, so this pin is designed by Four Seasons Fox, which is really nice. There we are, the enamel pin. Super glisteny and wintry and white. That's nice. It's got 2 backs, keep it secure. And I'm assuming I have to read the book to understand what these are and what it means to the text itself. So that'll be fun to figure out. The next thing in the box is, oh, they promised in the last box, they sent out a little note saying that we were gonna get their planner for the next year. And here's the planner. It's a reading planner. It's the Magical Monthly Reading Planner, which is really cool. The pages kind of tell you how to fill things out, favorite books, oh, this is cute. So these pages, the paper is actually really nice quality, I will say. So you have inspirational quotes from authors, and then you have kind of book wish list. You have this monthly TBR, like what you want to read. Then you have weekly planning on what you would like to read. If you're a super planner and you need to write things down just to keep track of what you are reading, it kind of, if you don't do, I know some people do bullet journaling to do with their reading lists and things, or I honestly use a lot of, I like the online applications, so Goodreads is a really great way for me to keep track of all of my books and keep lists and being able to read reviews and all that stuff. But this is a really great way for you if you want to keep it on paper. This is a really nice kind of tracking system. And honestly, you could probably use this for whatever month and year, because they're empty, so you can fill in whatever year or week. So if you're like me and you kind of feel guilty once you get started and then you take a break and you come back, it's not like you're reading, you know, heavy volumes all the time. Sometimes you just need a reading break. So it's nice that they're not like, I feel pressured sometimes when there's dates on these planners, or I'm like, I didn't get around to it, like I'm such a bad reader, I didn't do it. But here you can, you know, fill in your month and fill in the date, so it doesn't feel as pressure filled, and you can keep using this. I mean, it's pretty thick, and they've got lots of space in here to keep everything. So I feel like once you start using this, this can last you probably beyond a year, honestly, if you just keep going. And it's a nice way to keep it all kind of in one place. Okay, here is the book for the box. It is called Winterwood. This is exciting. I love the cover art. It's beautiful and it's got some of like the gold detailing, which is really nice. The metallic ink, I love that. Let's see what else they have. Let's look inside the dust jacket. Oh, nice. I love when they have a little bit of extra detail in these books and they give some love to the inner hardcover too. And it's got these sprayed edges, the blue, which totally fits it, and then the spine itself, which is so nice. Let's see. It is an OwlCrate exclusive setup, so of course it is going to be signed by the author, which is really nice. And then let's read the little flap and give us a sense of, this is Shay Earnshaw. So it says, be careful of the dark, dark wood, especially the woods surrounding the town of Fir Haven. Some say these woods are magical, cursed even. Rumored to be a witch, only Nora Walker knows the truth. She and the Walker women before her have always shared a special connection with the woods. And it's this special connection that leads Nora to Oliver Huntsman. Ooh, witches, huntsmen. Okay, I'm getting a vibe from this book, definitely. And it's funny too because the color scheme reminds me of Frozen, and Frozen 2 just came out this weekend too. Hopefully it's not that. The same boy who disappeared from the camp for wayward boys weeks ago, and in the middle of the worst snowstorm in years. He should be dead, but here he is, alive and left in the woods with no memory of the time he'd been missing. Oh. Okay, but Nora can feel an uneasy shift in the woods at Oliver's presence, and it's not too long after that Nora realizes she has no choice but to unearth the truth behind how the boy she has come to care so deeply about survived his time in the forest and what led him there in the first place. What Nora doesn't know, though, is that Oliver has secrets of his own, secrets he'll do anything to keep buried because, as it turns out, he wasn't the only one who went missing on that fateful night all those weeks ago. Ooh, that sounds really intriguing. It's a total art too for people who have to figure out how to write this kind of book blurb in the inner cover, so good job to whoever wrote that. Yeah, so witches, huntsmen, dark woods, secrets, missing people come back to life. Should be interesting. I am excited, and it is in the present tense. Okay, now I've gotten used to books that are written in the present tense, but I know some people don't like it. My husband hates books that are written in the present tense. I feel like it's a certain trend, and I know some YA books like really get into the present tense, but I wish people would just write in the past tense, but I understand why stylistically they choose to do present tense. So I am really excited to read this book, and again, I will check in with you next month before the next box to let you know what I thought of it. Books always come with a little postcard and a note from the author. It says, "Hello reader, this story began as a love letter to the wilderness, a place where I have always felt at home. There's a lake not far from where I live, where the dark, bottomless water reflects the towering evergreens, and across the lake is a series of small buildings, a summer camp for boys." Oh, so her inspiration for that. "This is the real-life lake that inspired Winterwood, and I wish I could say that the legends in this book are wholly fiction, but some are folklore I've heard over the years, whispers of a haunted wood, of lost things found. This tale is part fiction, part truth, but where one ends and the other begins, I'm unsure. Wishing you light through dark places, Shay Earnshaw." It's cool. I'm excited to read that. Oh, and she did actually write The Wicked Deep. So if you've read that book and you like it, then this is by the same author and you might want to give it a try. I don't think I have that book, or I know I've seen bits of it, but I haven't actually read it. So that's the book this month is Winterwood. Oh, I totally forgot the big thing that I took out of the box before I even opened all the other stuff. There's so much in this box. I kind of really am impressed at how much they're able to kind of put into this book box, even though, you know, some of the things are smaller, but you know, that's fine. They're still like very thoughtful items and interesting items, so I really appreciate that. All right, this looks like a giant fleece. It is for OwlCrate. All forests are magic throw blanket. I like how they give it a name as well. Like this is, oh, inspired by The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Designed with love by Bookmark Tattoos. I am so looking forward to the last book in that series. I have been loving it. I'm so bummed though, I missed out. OwlCrate had a special box for Queen of Nothing and I totally missed the ball on that, and they ran out in like, you know, like a minute or 2 minutes once the book went up. So I was super bummed. I really wanted to get that book. And the stuff in it, because it was all the stuff is curated specifically for that last book in the Cruel Prince series. Oh, that second book, the cliffhanger it left me on, oh my god. So excited, at least there's something in this that is supposed to be reminiscent of that series. It's super soft, that's really nice. The colors, so the fabric is really, really nice and super fuzz. And it's been so cold here lately. I actually appreciate getting another little kind of like throw blanket that you can snuggle up with on the couch, because it's been kind of chilly, and it's gonna be even colder next week. So yay to nice fleecy warm things. Okay, so I think that is it for the box, except for what's gonna be around next month, which is exciting. This is the teaser for next month, and the Tales of Trickery is the theme for December's box. And it says, every December box will contain an exclusive book sleeve designed by Chatty Nora. Wow, that is cool. So this is what that looks like. Right? That's a sneak peek of what I guess the exclusive looks like. And then this is the theme for next box for December. So if you're interested and you liked all of the items in the box, I will say probably my favorite thing was the blanket, the fleece blanket. I also actually really liked the stickers too, and the ornament. Everything was kind of like just very tastefully done, and I really appreciate that. And I'm excited to read the book. So let me know below what your favorite was. What was, of all the items in this book box, what did you like? Is there something that you're looking forward to? Maybe next month's book theme inspires you to kind of sign up. I'll put the information down below if you're interested in OwlCrate. This is my second box, and so far I'm pretty pleased with how it's going and what I've been getting in the box. Nothing too extraneous and things that were just like, oh, I don't really need that. I feel like they put a lot of thought into what they include in the box, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this book box unboxing, let me know. If you have any comments or questions, I would love to hear from you. And I'll look forward to reading the book and letting you know how it is, and for December's box. Thanks, bye!